Think about this. It's either we're running a state of laws or running a state of no laws. But we cannot be enforcing laws against some. And then the very people who are enforcing law, who claim to observe a breach or something of a law, is in that instance of enforcement against the breach that they observe, they themselves are committing a breach of the law. It don't make no sense. It does not make any sense if a constable is going to be stopping me to see if I've broken the law. But then from the beginning of everything he is doing is in breach of the law. To find out if I breach the law. And it sounds ridiculous, don't? Well, those are some of the bases on which I do what I do. It is to educate the public about these processes. These are not legal advices, but this is just education. If you are in an issue, if you have an issue, go to a law firm, go to a law office. Online, not even online lawyers can't give you legal advices. You need to go into the firm, sign up your papers, and do your thing. Yep. But from me to you, not every lawyer is a lawyer. Not every doctor is a doctor. Not every teacher is a teacher. There are good teachers, there are good doctors, and there are good lawyers. Read between the lines. Yep. Now let's talk about judicial review and why it is imperative that officers conduct themselves in accordance with the law. Judicial review is an administrative law procedure whereby one can challenge the decision of a public body. You have a public body that is a lawfulness of the decision of a public body on a judicial review. Now in this procedure, the way how some of the classical grounds for judicial review are, for example, illegality, irrationality, unreasonableness, what we call Wednesbury unreasonableness, yeah, or as you want to say, arbitrariness. Yes, those are grounds for judicial review. So if the court finds that a police, that the constabulary force, which is represented by, or the state, which is represented by a constable, has conducted itself in its exercise of some power in an illegal or an irrational way, or in a way that is so unreasonable that no reasonable person would have done it, yeah, then the decision would be struck out and therefore quashed. In other words, the officer had decided to stop you and decided to issue a ticket, but because the decision is illegal, in other words, never follow the law, irrational, out of this world, or so unreasonable that no reasonable person would have made a decision, or arbitrary, in other words, not following procedure, the proper procedure in arriving at that decision. So from the start, this procedure to decide to stop a vehicle is one thing. So what you do before you stop a vehicle, did you follow the right procedure? If you challenge that entire stop on administrative review procedures, the entire thing, even when him issue the ticket, is dead. And that is what I am saying. If we're not getting it, judicial review procedures would kill it. And if the officer went as far as to criminally prosecute you for something that was not done, the whole thing, the whole decision to stop you and the decision to issue a ticket is found to be irrational, in breach of procedure, or so unreasonable that no reasonable person would have made that decision to stop that vehicle and or to write a ticket, then the court quash it. That officer take it to court, summons, give you the summons, you go to court, and you challenge it on the grounds that incorrect procedure was followed. It did on judicial review grounds. Did just like the Vibes Kartel saga. I'm going to call it the saga. The procedure was so fundamentally flawed that the conviction had to be quashed. Everything will come after that conviction is gone. Everything. So everything that comes after the unlawful, arbitrary, illegal decision to stop a vehicle is dead in the eyes of the law. That is one of the fundamental basis of what I'm saying. So it don't make no sense. It makes no sense for officers to randomly stop vehicles. They need to have legal basis for what they're doing. Otherwise, if someone was to challenge that ticket on judicial review grounds, on judicial review grounds, then the court rules it's dead. It's dead. It's dead. So please, officers, ensure that before you stop a vehicle, ensure that you have reasonable probable cause, and don't make up a story. I understand that these arbitrary stops help with solving crime at times, because I understand that officers find guns and drugs and all those things that are mashing up our country. I do understand. But what I'm saying is, it's either there are laws or there are no laws. It's either what good for the goose must good for the gander. The constable or the officer cannot be trying to prosecute me for breaking the law, and while they are trying to prosecute me for breaking the law, or they're trying to discover if I have broken the law, they have broken the law in that process. It don't make no sense. Until next time.